in the red. How do they pronounce his name?
VINES or
yeah,
something?
he's from Spunky's team. He's a very talented Protoss. Looking at that previous game, he has...
VINES.
Okay, that can't be right.
No, it's not right.
That has to be a mistake. I want to find this out later. Is it Vines or VINES? Because the spelling is Vines, but sometimes that doesn't...
Plural of vine.
Vine pluralized.
Yeah.
Down here in the blue, our Taiwanese player, he is... Sen.
The letters for V and F are quite similar. Maybe he wants finesse.
Oh, that could be true.
Because I think his ID is actually in Korean on the server. So they may have just translated it poorly into Vines.
Oh, that would make sense. Maybe it is VINES.
Korean skills, yo.
We got our Protoss player scouting very early. No shocker. It's a 4-player map. That means, of course, you might not find your opponent right away. If you don't find your opponent right away, you might end up doing a strategy that would be better suited for a different situation.
That's right. Now Sen, he is just droning up. I hope he doesn't go for hatchery first. As we've seen, Vines knows how to kill that.
And it looks like he will get a spawning pool over here. There it is now.
Very smart. And it looks like it's going to just be a spawning pool into expansion, no gas. It's about as high econ as you can get against Protoss without just risking your life.
He'll probably keep the probe over here and just try to block a drone if it does attempt to plant a hatchery.
Try to make him wait until Zerglings are out to actually plant the hatch.
Looks like, in this case, he's not going to be saving any chrono boosts thus far. He's going to just chrono boost out probes, going for an econ play. Going to put a cybernetics core up here. That, of course, makes this into a small hallway, as you can see, like that, rather than having to defend this big open area. They get surrounded. That's the thing about StarCraft, both 1 and 2, is that every positioning of your structure, of everything matters. And by the way, you actually managed to get that hatchery down.
Chase that little probe away just for long enough.
Yeah, despite the probe being present there.
Now, interesting, he is going a little bit later Queen because he wanted to get that hatchery down faster. Good choice, though. He wants that creep out, that extra production as well.
We do see Vines. I guess we're just going to call him Vines until we get confirmation.
We got to call him Vines.
Yeah, let's call him
Unless
Vines
he wanted
now.
his name to be Finesse, I'm calling him Vines.
It looks like Vines, in this case, going to hide a probe here. He may do a warp gate rush.
Yeah.
By making a pylon over here.
I think he's definitely going to make a pylon there. I mean, there's no other reason to be there. But we really don't know what he's doing yet. He may tech up because he hasn't made any more gateways in his main, so,
Nice job here with the Stalker. Going to take out those Zerglings.
Huh. I'm still wondering what... Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh,
Stargate.
interesting. Stargate play.
Huh. Now, if he goes slow lair, that can be quite good. I think it's most likely going to be Void Rays with a Warp Gate push behind it.
Could be.
It can be a very strong build, especially if your opponent likes roaches, which Sen sometimes does.
Now he's going for this Overlord. If he does get this Overlord, actually, it's going to mess everything up. The timing attack from the Protoss can be very strong. Where are the Zerglings? Where are the Zerglings?
And he decides to just hightail it out of there instead of trying to...
I would have gone for the Overlord kill, actually.
I would have killed the Overlord.
Yeah.
But
because that's going to mess everything up. We don't know if he is doing a timing attack or not. We have seen Phoenixes used every once in a while in this matchup as well. And in that case, we're going to see Phoenixes in this game.
To be fair, though, he forced this many Zerglings plus 4 more are making right now, so he actually forced a lot of Zerglings out of Sen.
Oh, that's actually quite true. Sen has got Ling speed down. He's actually going to go for a counterattack. We don't have a sentry, I don't believe. Do we? No.
Nope.
He actually might be able to break this.
Yeah, it's a possibility, but it'll be so costly trying to kill that Zealot with Zerglings. I think Sen probably won't even try, and there we go. Just warps in that first sentry.
Making the second sentry.
That's right, and he is, well...
I don't know how useful sentries are going to be if he does a timing attack later on.
He's actually going to go for Phoenixes as well.
Yeah.
So, no Void Ray. He's going to go for the Phoenix build. Ah, okay. I see what's going on. No one likes to just go Hydra blindly. So what he's doing is he's just warping out as many Phoenixes as possible. This is actually a new build on the Korean server. A lot of Protosses are trying it out, where you make... Normally you wait for at least 4 Phoenixes. I've seen people wait for 5, and then you move out, and suddenly you're killing Overlords, killing Queens.
He spotted it, by the way.
You're moving out with 3. That's a little bit quicker than most Protoss decide to do this build, but...
So you can pick up their Queens and mess them up pretty badly.
Yeah, that's right. The Queen's going to be the only anti-air Sen has right now.
As you can see, the Queen taking some damage.
And yeah, that's why you want to have 4, because you kill the Queen with 1 lift.
He's going to get the next Queen.
Not going to be able to kill it, though, because he's already used all 3 lifts. And that's why you wait for 4 Phoenixes, folks. Oh, he had enough, anyways, in the first one.
All right, can start attacking Overlords here.
That's right. Now, Sen looks like he is going to make some Spore Crawlers, but Spore Crawlers are not something you want to make as Zerg. It's definitely going to hurt his economy some. And notice how much damage these do when you actually wait for a few before moving out. You move out with 1, they're like, oh, okay, and they have time to counter it. But right now, man, he's forcing Spores, he's killed Queens, he's killed Overlords, Sen is just sitting here supply capped. And in the meantime, it's this teching and expanding thing that you can do on Delta. Another reason why Zerg hates this map. Really no way to attack up that ramp. So he can easily take this expansion despite having very few units.
Tough situation here for Sen now. Sen's taking a pretty big blow, losing 2 Queens. I believe it was 3 or 4 Overlords there. And of course, being forced to make Spore Crawlers.
Yeah, and from here, I don't think we're going to see any more Phoenixes made. You know, they've done their damage, and they're going to continue to do damage. Look at that.
He's sending Overlord in here to try to spot what's going on. He will not see anything. And actually, if we look here, he doesn't even know if there's an expansion here. So Zerg is so in the dark, it's unreal.
Yeah. And Sen, I mean, he's trying to drone up at this point, but VINES just has to be feeling on top of the world.
No kidding.
It's like, yeah. I'm trying to strategize something for Sen to do, and, well, he's doing it. If we take a look in Sen's main base, he's getting that Hydralisk Den. He is getting +1 to ranged attack. So, you know, that's pretty good, because it looks like we're seeing a Warp Gate transition.
Yeah.
And when it's just Warp Gate units, Hydra's can do really well. And, of course, Hydra's good against Phoenixes.
He's going to have to do a really good job of pushing his creep across the map, though. I don't think he's done that yet, because Hydras are just not that good unless they're on creep.
Yeah,
he can't run away.
He didn't have enough Queen energy. He lost those Queens. It's a very hard place for him to be at.
Changeling over here.
Will he notice? Hey, how'd that Zealot get out there?
What are you doing out here? Get inside.
Why won't you move when I tell you to?
Now, what's funny about this is you actually can't get this. Uh-oh. Did you spot him? He's probably trying to put him in a control group. If he moves out, he's going to be able to get in there with the Changeling. Oh, no, he's going to follow the army, actually. I'm just kind of surprised about that.
Now, it looks like our Protoss player may want to hit a timing with this.
Yeah.
But the problem is that Sen actually has pretty good Hydralisk production going on, and Hydralisk Speedling is reasonably good against this.
He does have a lot of sentries, which might mess up those Speedlings. Phoenixes might not play as much of a pivotal role here.
Yeah, that's right. They're just going to pick up a few random units.
Get ready for it.
And I think he's not going to engage. He sees that. That's actually ridiculous. And in fact, Sen is so good at Macro Man. Look at those supplies.
Oh my God.
He's ahead already, despite losing all that. 105 to 114. Sen taking his 3rd base. But our Protoss player could pretty easily take a 3rd base if he wanted.
Takes out the pylon. That's going to relieve pressure Protoss to not engage. Oh, here he comes again. And it looks like, it's hard to say, looks like the angle for the Zerg might be pretty good. But those force fields are also pretty strong.
Yeah,
I don't see enough of the Zerg units coming in here. Hydras are here. Roja's absorbing some of the damage in the front. Actually, I think he's going to clean this up.
Yeah. See, that's exactly what VINES did not want to do.
But there are more Stalkers on the way.
There are,
However, Sen's production rate is pretty good. This pylon has not finished warping in yet, and I don't believe it will warp in.
That's just GG.
GG, whoa.
Really bizarre game. VINES had a great opening, just didn't know how to follow it up there, you know? definitely sloppy attacking in like that.
Yeah,
When you see just Hydra Ling, you know what you do? You lay down a Robo, you make Colossus.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then you laugh.
Well, Sen is still in this.
Yeah, he is. I am
Rob
happy
will
about that.
Vines
Definitely a
that
much
previous
better
game.
map for him, this next map.
Yeah.
It's going to be Blistering Sands. Late game can be quite hard against Protoss. But if you get a little bit creative, sometimes you can do a lot of damage. Take down those back rocks, try to do some all-ins. Korean style is to all-in on this map as a Zerg player.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of long games from Koreans on this map. They do prefer
Yep.
the aggressive play. The way I view Sen, even back when I played with him in StarCraft 1, is like, if you can't kill him early, you'll probably lose.
He makes
in
too many
PvP.
units, man.
His
macro
ability
is
to mass
insane.
up is just so good. So, this is a map where the Protoss can try to win early, and I think that's what we want to watch for in this game as well. The Protoss do that and get away with it. Otherwise, I think it's going to be tough for Vines.
Yeah, it definitely is. Vines better have a good build planned and maybe a little bit better game sense this time. First game was kind of a free win. You saw that quick hatchery.
Yeah, it's like a build order win. It's like, well, you're doing this, I'm going to do this. Don't take risks, not with me.
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, siree. Not in my house. Looks like the countdown has started. Let's get ready for game number 3. While our Taiwanese player advance, will OGS get a new player into the round of 32? We're going to find out soon here at the GSL.